episode 8. I've just realised that I didn't upload episode 7 because I was sick last week. And basically, I had Manflu. Let's keep it real. I got a chest and a head cold last week, Sunday, Monday. Totally wiped me out in terms of energy, in terms of things I could do. I had to cancel 3 coaching clients and a couple of meetings, and I just kind of like waddled to one on Friday and just about made it. But otherwise than that, it wiped me out. Made me really realize how important well-being is, but also what are the systems that we have in place so that if one or more of us in a specific team have been wiped out by ill health or sickness, what is it that we are doing or putting in place to make sure that the business still keeps going and that things keep moving along. So yeah, that wiped me out. More or less took most of last week out, so there wasn't much I could do. Did some reading. Been fascinated quite recently specifically around startup studios. Now, historically, a lot of emphasis around, if you're not specifically a VC or other angel, a lot of emphasis around helping to start and fund organizations has come around or through the lens of accelerators and incubators. And I have always been positioning Legacy 71 as an incubator. But for me this week, having some time to just sit back and think, I believe that whilst I've been trying to challenge the whole concept of this whole idea of the way that incubation is being done and the big gamble, as opposed to the 2 or 3 or even 5 surefire bets you can actually work on in terms of a system and a process. It just really made me think that one of the best models that are out there is a startup studio, and I'm really, really leaning towards that. So in terms of just progress to date this week, back on it. I'm really fired up as to what can be done with the team. Got a couple of ideas as well, actually. I really came up with an idea. I'm going to share it because I don't really care. Ideas are ideas. It's about execution, really, isn't it? But I came up with I've been doing quite a bit of research online and talking to a couple of friends as well. Just realised 2 of my friends have got some real skin in the game around this, but finding a way for Legacy to be able to provide relatively robust products around those clients that are underbanked, and using technology, even in its simplest form, to be able to help those who are not banked to have access, or to at least get a foot onto access to credit and other financial instruments without having to pay exorbitant interest to payday loans or loan sharks or all these other kinds of other vehicles. Even certain bank overdrafts are more expensive than some of the tools that are available for people to become credit worthy. It really made me think about how and what could be done within Legacy itself to make that happen. A couple of other things happened in the week which just sobered me up a bit and really made me think about how we move forward. What does that product roadmap look like? Not only in terms of the development, but in the terms of the way that we manage our media, in terms of the way that we manage our narrative in that space of time. So that's it, really. We're nearly at the end of March. There's something really exciting things happening this week. I'm head down, nailing some final things on our pitch deck, on our legals, on the basic framework, and quite excited. In a couple of weeks, I'll turn 50, April 7th, so it's the second chapter, as it were, of my life. So really excited that as a beginning of the second chapter of my life starts, I'm at this position where I'm creating this exciting, or being part of this exciting venture, where we can really accelerate a conversation around technology and making sure that it is representative. And again, as I said, rather than asking quotes from other people, being able to create a platform distinctly, being able to cater to the voices and the creativity and the innovation within the African and Caribbean community in the UK. Actually, I was listening to Radio 4 this morning, as you do, And one of the things is like, there was a lady, I don't know who she was on Treasure Island Disc, and she was talking about her work in IT. And one of the things that came up, and again, this is one of the other things I've been reading this week, came up around the area of algorithms and bias in algorithms, and thinking about the choices that we make around, how we search, our insurance is paid, how we get access to finance, our health, our medicine, our travel. Even thinking about quite recently, Uber. Actually, I don't know if it was Uber. It was one of the companies anyway that they're doing self-driving cars, and quite a number of self-driving cars couldn't recognize that darker skin. In the same way that facial recognition have a real issue around detecting darker skin in comparison to other lighter complexions, and it really made me realize that if I'm ever in that place where I second guess myself about why having this business is going to be relevant and why individuals will want to know, or why you specifically only focusing on this niche, there's so many answers around why it is important, and why for a large swathe of the global population, being able to have a sense of equity and equality around access to technology that serves that audience as well is incredibly important. So that's my update. I'm going to make sure this one is uploaded, and now that I'm in a better space. My throat's still a bit icky, but in better health, and really looking forward to just charging along with this and building community. Exciting times. So thank you for those who had pointed out to me, Dave, they hadn't seen anything in week 7. I'm going to make sure that both 7 and 8 go out in this week, so you'll see both of those videos. And again, I constantly appreciate the support that individuals have been given. Website, the official website goes live 1st of April. Might go before, but who knows? Official website update will go live 1st of April, where lots of people will be able to sign up to our mailing list to find out exactly what it is that we're going to be doing, and the progress that we're making. But yeah, really, really excited. And having these vlogs that I'm keeping has kept me on my toes as well, because it's really made me be accountable not only to myself but to my team and to those individuals who are vested or have vested interest in seeing this enterprise do well and being able to succeed. So again, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in next week's episode. Peace.